Depression and anxiety are two of the most common mental health struggles people face today. They affect people of every age group: students, working professionals, parents, and even older adults. Many people believe that the only way to deal with these conditions is through medication, but that is not entirely true. Research and real-life experience show that many people are able to manage and even overcome depression and anxiety through lifestyle changes, therapy techniques, and simple daily habits. Today we are going to talk about some of the most effective ways to manage depression and anxiety without medication. Before we begin, it is important to mention that if your symptoms are severe, if they are affecting your daily life, or if you are having thoughts of self-harm, please reach out to a doctor or mental health professional right away. This information is meant for general awareness and is not a replacement for professional medical advice. Let's start with one of the most well-researched and widely used approaches, called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. This is a type of talk therapy that focuses on the connection between our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. When a person constantly thinks in a negative way, for example, "I'm not good enough" or "nothing ever works out for me," these thoughts naturally affect how they feel and how they behave. CBT teaches people to recognize these negative thought patterns, question whether they are actually true, and slowly replace them with more balanced and realistic thinking. This kind of therapy is usually guided by a trained psychologist or counselor, but some of its basic tools, like writing down your thoughts and identifying negative thinking patterns, can also be practiced at home. Another very important tool is physical activity, or exercise. Studies have shown that regular exercise increases certain brain chemicals, like endorphins and serotonin, which naturally improve mood. You don't need to spend hours at the gym to see benefits. Something as simple as a 30-minute brisk walk, cycling, swimming, or yoga can make a real difference. Walking outside in the morning sunlight is especially helpful because it combines physical movement with natural light, which helps regulate your body's internal clock and supports healthy sleep. For people dealing with anxiety, gentle and consistent exercise tends to work better than intense workouts, since very intense exercise can sometimes raise stress hormones like cortisol in the body. Sleep is another factor that is often overlooked, but it plays a huge role in mental health. Poor or insufficient sleep weakens the brain's ability to manage emotions, which means small problems can start to feel much bigger than they really are. Some simple habits can help improve sleep: going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, avoiding phones and screens for about an hour before bed, keeping your bedroom cool and dark, and avoiding caffeine or heavy meals late at night. If racing thoughts are keeping you awake, journaling or gentle stretching before bed can help calm the mind. Mindfulness and meditation are also powerful tools for managing anxiety. Mindfulness simply means focusing on the present moment instead of getting stuck in regrets about the past or worries about the future. Deep breathing exercises, such as the 4-7-8 technique, where you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds, can calm the nervous system almost immediately. Body scan meditation, where you slowly bring attention to each part of your body and consciously relax it, is another simple but effective practice. These techniques don't require expensive apps or classes, just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a noticeable difference over time. Social connection is a foundation of good mental health. People struggling with depression and anxiety often withdraw from others, which can make their condition worse rather than better. Spending time with family and friends, talking openly about your feelings with someone you trust, or joining a support group can remind you that you are not alone. If talking to someone close to you feels difficult, speaking with a counselor or therapist is also a strong and healthy step. Avoiding isolation and maintaining meaningful relationships is one of the most important parts of long-term recovery. Nutrition also has a strong connection to mental health. A balanced diet that includes fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like fish and walnuts, provides the nutrients your brain needs to function well. On the other hand, too much sugar, processed food, and excessive caffeine can contribute to mood swings and increased anxiety, so cutting back on these can be helpful. Drinking enough water throughout the day is another simple habit that is often forgotten but is essential for healthy brain function. Journaling is another effective and simple tool. Taking a few minutes each day to write down your thoughts and feelings, what happened during the day, what's been bothering you, or even a few things you're grateful for, can help you understand and process your emotions better. This is especially useful for people who find it hard to talk about their feelings out loud. Spending time in nature also has a positive effect on mental health. A walk in the park, some time gardening, or simply sitting outside in fresh air can lower stress hormones and improve mood. In a similar way, engaging in hobbies or creative activities, such as painting, playing music, writing, or cooking, gives the mind a break from daily worries and brings a sense of calm and enjoyment. For anxiety in particular, a method called exposure therapy is often used, usually under the guidance of a trained therapist. The idea behind this approach is to gradually and safely face the situations or things that cause fear, so that over time the fear becomes less intense and more manageable. This method is especially effective for phobias and social anxiety. Having a routine and structure in daily life also supports mental well-being. When life follows a predictable pattern, waking up at a set time, eating regular meals, working, and sleeping on schedule, the mind feels more settled, and the uncertainty that often fuels anxiety is reduced. Setting small, achievable goals and accomplishing them, one step at a time, also builds self-confidence, which is a powerful tool against depression. Reducing screen time and limiting social media use can also make a real difference for many people. Constantly scrolling through social media often leads to comparing yourself with others, which can hurt self-esteem. Setting specific times for phone use during the day, and avoiding screens before bedtime, can help create more mental peace and better sleep. Finally, the value of professional support should never be underestimated. Talk therapy, counseling, and support groups can be very effective without medication, especially when combined with the lifestyle changes mentioned above. Every person's experience is different, so it's important to find the right combination that works for you, whether that's exercise, therapy, social support, or a mix of several approaches. Patience and consistency are key parts of this journey, because improving mental health takes time and doesn't happen overnight. All of these approaches together can build a strong foundation for improving mental health without medication. However, if your symptoms are severe or significantly affecting your daily life, please consult a qualified mental health professional. Managing depression and anxiety is a personal journey, and asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength and self-care. This script is intended for general informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical or psychological advice. If you or someone close to you is struggling with mental health issues, reaching out to a doctor or mental health professional is always the best step to take.